Terence Crawford versus Amir Khan. Let's talk predictions. So do you actually see Khan winning this fight? Because that's the question that should be asking most boxing fans, is that can he pull this off somehow? Because we're talking some serious levels here when it comes to Crawford, right? People are saying his boxing IQ is next to none. You're not just hearing it from fans like us, you're hearing it from proper fighters themselves. Do you think Khan can defeat him? And I can see by your face, bro. You say some off-key shit, bro. What are you coming out with?
Listen, I'm not denying that Crawford is obviously a good fighter, yeah? I'm not denying that whatsoever. Let's not get that twisted. And I think it's going to be a good fight for Amir Khan, But I also, this is my but. This is the but that I will throw into the equation. Everyone goes on about Crawford being this, amazing fighter, and he's done so much in the sport. He's only a year younger than Khan, right? So age-wise, he's only a year younger. And I'm looking at the people that he's fought. Now, yeah, I know he's won world titles at different weight classes. He beat Ricky Burns, a good Ricky Burns. He's beaten some good operators, but at welterweight, at this weight class, Jeff Horn and Benavidez, yeah, Amir Khan shared the ring with some top pros. He's gone away from home and he's shared ring with some top pros, and he's won belts. And
you can't take that away from him.
And you can't take that away from him. I know a lot of people say, there's a lot of people that say, listen, you can say what you want. He's the most exciting fighter that we've had in the UK. No, he ain't. Listen, he's not. He's somebody who has backed himself. He's backed his ability, and that's what you need in boxing. But he's come up short on some of the bigger occasions. That's not me. That's no hating or nothing. That's just fact. Because I'm one of his biggest fans. You know that. I always back Amir Khan. I just feel that this is a big money fight. Let's make no bones about that. There's a lot of money on this fight for him to take this fight. It's a win-win, because if he wins, he gets a world title. If he loses, he's always got that domestic fight against you know who. Yeah, who he just keeps on the end of a fishing rod, right? But I don't think that this is impossible as a lot of people make out for Khan. I don't think it's as impossible. I know there's a lot of people, yourself included, think that I'm on cloud cuckoo land when I say that I believe that Amir Khan can win this fight. Amir Khan has the experience. Amir Khan's got a great trainer in his corner, and Amir Khan is a good fighter. But you cannot get away from the fact that his chin is glass. And that's not that, none of that tough, what's it called, Gorilla Glass, bruv. I'm talking just fickle glass, bruv. You get me? You drop that shit, bang, boom. Stone Cold Steve Austin when he comes out, that sound, that initial boom, that crashing the glass, bruv. That's it, bruv. Everybody go night-night. That's what it's from them to sleep,
but the thing is, right, people will question that because you can't say that he has a glass jaw. I mean, he's taken some serious licks from fighters, and Maidana being one of them.
Everyone goes on about this Maidana fight, yeah? Listen, that Maidana fight, for me, was, at that point, everyone thought he was ready to go and crack the division. Yeah? That's what everyone thought. But let's what happened after that? So I'm not saying that it was like, people, with age, things happen with age and time. With time, wear and tear is what I like to, that's the best way to put it. Wear and tear. You can turn around and say, you can keep throwing Maidana in my face all you want, but that's wear and tear. Look how long ago that fight was. Look what's happened between then and now. So it's obviously, it shows that did leave a lasting effect. That probably went some way to causing a lasting effect, because when he gets buttoned, he goes down. Vargas in that last fight. Vargas, again, anyway, you could say what you want about Vargas. Vargas gave him a tough workout. There's a lot tougher than what it shouldn't have been. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like a workout that you think, oh my God, he's going to win this. But it was like he put him down. You can't take that away from him. So he's taken a big step to go and fight somebody as polished as Crawford. I'm not denying that he's not a good fighter. But all I'm saying is I'm looking at his record. And I'm looking at Khan's record. And I'm thinking, listen, this guy shared rings with some top operators. So when it gets mucky in there, is Khan going to have the skill set and experience to draw upon? That's something that he might not, Crawford may not have. That's my angle that I'm going to put.
Yeah, but if you take away the CV and about who's he's fought, and just looking at bare on skills, I don't think there's a comparison in terms of skills. Now, obviously, everyone alludes to this whole speed thing, and I don't think that he's faced anyone with that type of speed before.
And I don't think he ever will.
But then the thing is, if Khan had fought Crawford in their prime, when Khan, I felt like was in his prime. You talk about ages and that's fine. But Khan is not in his prime. Let's be real. Let's be real. Those days of Khan being fast, quick, I'm sure he's got his speed. He showed it. He's got his speed. But those days of Khan's are finished. If this fight happened back in the day, I think that could have been a completely different outcome, right?
And I agree with you. And the reason I am, as I said, I still think Crawford will win this fight, but I just don't think it's as one-sided as everyone thinks. But the reason, my only concern is, like you say there, and that's why I stopped choosing, because the point I want to make is the only way that Khan can win this fight is going to have to be knockout, because Khan is not good enough, I don't think, against a slick operator like this guy to outbox him for 12 rounds.
No,
that's what I don't think, because you're going to get caught.
He's too accurate, bro. Crawford, his accuracy, I've never seen any type of accuracy. He don't waste punches. Bro. His variety is nuts from body to head. And like I said, it's just, I can see a KO here because it's just too accurate. And like you said about this jaw, he's going to get clocked, bro. And you saw what he did to Jeff Horn. So this whole size thing, and Jeff Horn is just a regular welterweight, let's be honest, yeah? He had no problems, bro. He had no problems moving that guy.
And do you know what? The one that's stuck with me is the Gamboa. Because Gamboa was actually, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come in, and he was aggressive. Yeah, he was aggressive, but Crawford was literally picking him off. And it's the way that, you know, the reactions of his body, like Gamboa's body, his whole body was just like, it would react like a split second later. He was getting clocked, and it's like, oh my goodness, that has rocked me. And that's where I'm thinking to myself, if Amir Khan gets caught with one of those shots, I'm sorry, and again, I'm a Khan fan. Let's not get it twisted. I do want Khan to do well, because I've always liked Khan. I just think he makes decisions and he does things that make him look like an idiot. He goes into fights, he's on top, well on top, then he wants to go get into a war. That's not, you can't turn around and say, I'll give an example. If someone else kept doing it, right? If you know that you you conceding goals from set pieces, yeah, and you don't change, then that doesn't make you a warrior. That doesn't make you a good attacking side. It makes you stupid because you keep making the same mistake over and over again. That's where you go. If you put it into boxing terms, then if someone gets caught 3, 4, 5 times doing the same thing, if Vargas was a banger, Khan would have lost that fight. Period, because he wouldn't have got back up. Do you know what I'm saying? So if someone getting caught doing the same thing over and over again in football, if someone keeps getting caught doing the same thing over and over again, that team is literally take them to the cleaners. They're poor because they keep doing the same thing over and over. And how bad is that? If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're not good enough.
So can you see? So the only way you see Khan winning this fight is by KO, which I don't think is possible.
I'm not saying it's impossible, because the thing about Crawford is he's never going to have fought somebody as quick as Amir Khan in those pockets. And the southpaw and orthodox thing, he keeps claiming that he's orthodox, that can go southpaw. I think he's more of a southpaw that, if he had to, can go orthodox. So he would always sway towards southpaw, and Amir Khan's got a good record against southpaw.
What I'm saying about Crawford, though, as well, he can be hit. He's no. People talk about his boxing IQ. He's no Floyd Mayweather in terms of not getting hit. He can be hit, bro.
And Khan will be in the pockets and in spaces to hit you because he's quick. It's whether or not he's going to get in and get out. Is he going to go there and say, I'm going to beat you for 12 rounds? And if that is his game plan, then, bruv, may the Lord be with you, my brother, because you will need him.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. And then this whole thing about, I don't want to hear this bullshit about people saying he took this fight to dodge Kell Brook. That's complete nonsense. Yeah, for me, that's complete nonsense. If you have an opportunity to fight Crawford, you take that fight. And this is where, like, even though I'm not not his biggest fan when it comes to some of the stuff that he says in the media and some of the interviews that he does and things that he says, he's finessed the system, bruv. He's finessed it, bruv. The way he came in and used Eddie Hearn for these fights, and now where he's gone to fight Crawford, he's
Amir Khan is winning at life. He's winning, bruv, because he's loaded. He made more pee from that Canelo fight than people like Hay and all these guys made on a number of fights. So he's winning at life on that front. There's no denying that. My brother, make your pee. We say that it's natural. It's life. That sport it's a vicious sport, especially when you're getting clocked like you do. Make your pee. You know what I mean? He'd been put to sleep by Canelo. It was brutal. But I'm sure when he came round, he thought to himself, money in the bank. On to the next one. On to the next one. That's the way of thinking. But this is an opportunity now because it is a free hit.
Yeah, of course it is, man.
It's a free hit. He's coming into the twilight of his career now. He's not going to be taking on many more, battles and wars or whatever. And this is a great fight for him. It's a tough fight. It's a very tough fight. It really is a tough fight. But imagine if he wins. Look at what happens next. Then he does get his massive payday fight. Then he does get Errol Spence in Vegas. Then you do sell out Wembley or whatever. He's got a clause in this fight for a rematch as well. So you got to beat him twice. That's another thing you got to look at it. If you want to make that payday, you got to beat him twice. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't see Khan winning, unfortunately.
Nor do I. Like I said, I see a TKO. I see Crawford winning. If I was going to go rounds, probably somewhere between 6 and 7. I would predict if I was going to predict this fight, like a TKO from Crawford. I think he's going to catch him clean, and he actually has power. You don't underestimate his power. You've seen what he does. Like I said, to the
he rocks people. He rocks people, bro.
And that left hook, the straight left as well. From both sides, to be honest. But I mean, his left hook is powerful, and like I said, that's what I can see unfolding.
As I said, I'm gonna be supporting Amir Khan on the night. I really want Amir Khan to win. Pretty much like I have been backing Amir Khan to win. Every time he fights, I'm cheering for Amir Khan because he's a British fighter. He's an Asian fighter, putting us on the map. But there's a few times I'm sitting there and you just go oof. And I just got a feeling that unfortunately I think I'm gonna be seeing that again. But if Amir Khan's gonna win, it's gonna be a stoppage. He's gonna have to, and it's gonna be between rounds 3 to 5. If it doesn't happen in them.
And if he loses, let's talk about that quickly, because like I said, I don't see Khan winning this fight whatsoever. That's my opinion. He's saying that it might be an opportunity to win. I don't see Khan winning at all. I think this is a fight for him just to get the fight because it was supposed to be made for the money and for the history in terms of our fight someone like Crawford. That's what I think he's taking this fight for. If he loses, I'll be honest with you, I'm totally disinterested in the Kell Brook and Amir Khan fight. I'm totally done with it. We don't want to go on the whole, obviously, that kind of conversation, but I'm done with that fight now, right? Because first of all, where's Kell Brook? Where is he?
Exactly. What does it bring to the table? And this is the thing. My opinion on the whole matter has changed. I was very much so at that mindset of Amir Khan comes up with a different clause every single time and he won't fight.
But he does contradict himself, and you have to
absolutely.
In all these interviews.
Absolutely. But the only thing I would say to you is, like you just said, he's now fighting at Madison Square Garden, main arena, main event, selling out an arena, fighting for a world title. What is Brook doing, bruv?
Where is he, bruv? He was saying, I'm going to be ruling 154. Yeah? Where's this fight with like mans like Hurd and all these mans there? Where does anyone know where he is, bruv?
And if anything, you'd expect him to come back and say, right, I'll go fight Spence Jr. again. You know, if he felt that was another avenue for him, but he's not even doing that.
Porter's got a belt. Go fight Porter again. You beat him once already. Yeah. That's the first way in.
And that's why, like, it's difficult now because I wanted that fight to happen, and Amir Khan did contradict himself a lot, and he did find clauses that always meant that he weren't going to take the fight, or I want it to happen on this, or happen on these terms. But all he's doing is he's probably thinking to himself, well, that's my last. That fight's always going to be there, absolutely always going to be there. Kell Brook isn't going to get those other fights because he isn't a household name like Khan.
So if he loses, is it? So what is it done?
No, it won't be done. You know it won't be done. He'll probably. I think he's got 2 more fights in him.
But where? Where does he go?
He'll become what? Do you remember when he fought Barrera, and he beat Barrera? That next kid off the block is going to fight Amir Khan and beat Amir Khan, and that's the name. That's what you got. That's the reality.
But do you want to go out like that though? Do you know what I mean?
End of the day, he's probably thinking to himself, "I've got 2 more fights. 2 more fights. If he goes to fight in Qatar, he'll sell out an arena because he's of who he is." So there's money to be made for him, but he will be the person that will go. He's on his way out and make his last couple of paydays, and then that's it. If he loses this fight, if he wins this fight, mate, Pacquiao. That fight with Pacquiao, he's always wanted that fight.
I think Pacquiao's fighting Thurman, maybe.
But he's always wanted that fight. But then it's an opportunity then, isn't it? So even if they don't have belts, there's money to be made there. But if he loses this fight, he then becomes that guy that's just going to fizzle out. He'll probably have the Kell Brook fight, which will happen, but will be so low key. It will sell good. It will sell decent numbers, but it's going to have people are going to be like us and be like, well, who fucking cares? Because Kell Brook ain't fought nobody for fucking 45 years, and whoever he does fight, he looks shit. So which is a shame because we've been massive advocates of Kell Brook.
Yeah, like if someone asked me like if they were to fight, who would you think would win? I would still say Kell Brook would still win. I always believed that Kell Brook would beat Khan. I think even a lot of Khan supporters deep down know that if that fight did ever happen, if Kell Brook probably would have won it. But like I said, we don't want to go into that kind of mess because what has happened has happened. Khan's fighting Crawford. It's a much bigger fight. You can't compare the two. And hats off to him and go taking that fight. I mean, I'm going to enjoy the fight as a boxing fan.
The Khan fan in me wants him to win, and I will be cheering for him, and I will be hoping that he can do it. But the boxing realist fan in me says Crawford's going to win this fight, and
by knockout.
Yes, by knockout. Yeah, there's going to be a knockout. There's going to be a stoppage because Khan can't take shots. Sorry.
So we're both going for that. I mean, as fans watching this video, let us know if you think that Khan can actually win this fight. Don't just say it because you're a Khan fan. But
be honest. Be honest.
How do you see him winning this fight?
That's my biggest problem. I've seen so many comments about negativity towards certain fighters and certain names. Listen, this isn't about favoritism. This is about honest opinions. I want Khan to win. I don't see it happening. How do you lot see him winning? If you think he's going to win, how? And if you think he's going to win by knocking him out because he's so quick, just go onto YouTube and just make sure you watch this other guy fight because he's not a joke.
He's not a joke. And the fight, I want to see it because I believe Crawford will win this fight, and I would then want to see him face Errol Spence Jr. That is a bad boy fight. So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, let us know what you think about this video. Do you agree with us, disagree, and your predictions for the fight. Until the reaction video for this one, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and comment. Peace.